And I literally asked her, why is there a question mark? Now I know who you're talking about. I saw her comment yesterday. Yeah, I saw her comment yesterday in my live, and I asked her, like, why there was a question mark, and she never responded. Because I scrolled up even, and there was no other comment. Well, that sucks. Well, you can only do so much, guys. You can only do so much. You can't please the whole world. I definitely try to respond to as many people as I can, but if I don't, it's not personal. Unless you're asking personal, then I'm not going to respond because it's like, no. Okay, guys, so that footage that you guys just saw was from today's live. It is from today's live, and it is everything that was said between the situation that has come up with Nails for Days and myself. So I was going to message her privately about the situation, and this was prior to knowing that there was a video made about it. I thought it was a live, but then later on I found out that it's like a whole video. Now I was going to message her, and you guys will listen to that in my live today, because I never like for anyone to feel like I'm purposely ignoring them. What you guys have to understand is I have my phone. When I am doing nails on my live, I have my phone right here. The phone stands right here, the hand's right here. And I've showed you guys so many times when I'm on live that it's not the most comfortable position to do nails, but it's the best angle that I can get for you guys. So when I do nails, I can add a bead, look back, go back, look. Sometimes I scroll. Sometimes I go over here and then I come back, and there is certain comments that I know I don't get to. There will always be, and this isn't going to be the last time that maybe somebody is going to say that I ignore them in my comment section. But I genuinely don't purposely ignore anyone. The only time that I actually ignore someone is if they bring up something about my personal life. If they ask like a weird question that I don't have like a good feeling on, I ignore it, and I don't even read it sometimes, because then that brings attention to the viewers. The reason why I'm actually making a video about it, as I was doing the nails, I didn't know that there was a TikTok about this yet. I don't know if I already had mentioned that, but I found out a little bit later on as I was almost done, or when I was done with the nails. But I know that there was something posted 2 hours ago that said somebody messaged Nails for Days, and this person, whoever messaged you, is really trying to stir the pot by lying about things that weren't even said on my live. So this person messaged her saying, so I happened to stumble on Nayelly's live today, and she was talking about one TikTok who was butthurt. I never said those words. Those words never came out of my mouth. And then she proceeded to say, I wasn't in the live when she mentioned any names, but I found it funny how she started talking about it after you made a TikTok about her. I didn't know about the TikTok yet. And the reason I started talking about it is because I was addressing it to the person that commented about it. I get many, many people constantly telling me that I ignore them and that I never respond to them. So I thought this was one of those situations that I could just respond in the live and it be that. But now I'm seeing that someone is really trying to stir up the pot by saying that I called her butthurt when that was never said in my live. As many people as I can, but if I don't, it's not personal. Unless you're asking personal, then I'm not going to respond because it's like, no. Yeah, no, like, I don't purposely ignore anyone. The only time I'll purposely ignore is just because of that. But if she didn't ask anything personal, like yesterday, it was just a question mark, then, like, I really don't know what else to say, guys. But I don't ignore on purpose. If I don't know you, especially, and I don't, like, hear that you said something bad about me, then, like, there's no reason for me to ignore. But, no, I have heard of her. And she's never followed me, or maybe she did. Bro? Okay, so there was the next clip, and if you guys want to rewind and listen to my first clip, it matches up with my second because I don't want anyone to think that I'm cutting anything out. I left a little bit from the first clip so that you guys can listen, that it is the continuing part from the first clip onto the second clip. So the next part of this message that she received was, and she was like, by her saying that, she's putting words in my mouth. and putting quotations around things around the sentence that she said, making it verbatim, meaning she's making it that those were my words exactly. Her message says, and she was like, I try to read everyone's comments, blah, blah, blah. And then she was like, it just ruins my reputation. Then other texts give bad reviews off of communication and not the products. But the live also mentioned something along the lines of the girl isn't reviewing because she was ignored is childish. And I just want to make it clear because, again, words get twisted. When I reference she says or she was like, I'm reading the message that the anonymous person sent to Nails for Days stating me calling her childish or butthurt or that I was dissing her on the live. She did. Bro. Why are you for the excess collection? Soy bien desesperada. Ya mero. Yeah, I don't like having any type of like bad blood with people, like especially if it's one-sided. Because then when it comes to like elegance products, I always get afraid that they will take it personal and review our stuff based off of what they feel about me and not what the products are, if that makes sense. But oh well.
Hey, will you do me a favor before our dance together? Will you remind me to straighten my legs for my cartwheel? Yeah. Oh, you should shave your butt. I did that already. After everything...
I'll probably message her though and be like, hey girl, like, I don't mean to ignore you. So sorry. Was the next clip. This clip is based off of me explaining the blah, blah, blah. And then she was like, it just ruins my reputation when other texts give bad reviews off of communication, not the products. Then she proceeded to say, but the live also mentioned something along the lines of the girl isn't reviewing because she was ignored and is childish. I never said she was childish. And yes, I will stand by that. And if you guys say that that's not true, that's 100% like a lie, because a lot of people do judge someone or their brand based off of the perception that they have of that one person. And there's honestly probably going to be a part 2, but Nails for Days, I'm sorry, I don't know your actual name. I tried to look for it so that I could directly call you by your name, but I couldn't find it. I don't purposely have that as my accomplishment for the day to specifically ignore you on my lives. I don't purposely, and I will stand by that as well, I don't purposely ignore anyone. And I honestly think that all of this is a huge miscommunication, that I really do think that you could have just messaged me and we could have just I could have just told you like, no, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't mean to ignore you. Okay, in my previous video, I meant misunderstanding, or both, misunderstanding, miscommunication. But guys, the amount of times that I have clients coming up to me or coming into my studio and mentioning about all these people that constantly speak bad on me or about me. The thing is, guys, that I know with having like a TikTok with many followers, like it comes with its good and it comes with the bad. Not everyone is going to like me, and I 100% know that. And it's something that I'm working on because I always try to make sure that everyone does. Now, in the next clip, Nails by Days inserted some screenshots of her actually commenting, do y'all have monomer, or what monomer do you recommend using with your products? A lot of my followers want a review and want to give y'all a fair chance. Now, I'm going to be honest, guys, a lot of times why I don't respond to very repetitive comments, it's because I have moderators that already responded to it. A lot of times I'll respond to the repetitive comments because I completely understand that there is going to be new people that come in and want to know. But if I go back and I view the comment and I see that someone responded to it, I don't respond to it anymore because the question has been answered. Yesterday on my live, the only comment that I saw was your question mark. And if you guys need that proof live, I have it as well, where I said Nails for Days, or Nails Day, excuse me, what do you mean question mark? Because that was the very first comment I had ever seen from her. And maybe you guys won't think of it the way I do or believe me or something, but sometimes I do see comments, I respond to them in my head, or I read them and I go about my day, and then I'm like, oh shoot, I think somebody asked a question, and then I scroll up and I go back to it. But I don't ever purposely ignore someone just for the fun of it, or because I have a problem with that specific person or anything like that.